Welcome everybody, this is Lady Q, the nineofcups.com. Today, let's get down to the real truth of what's really going on in that noggin of theirs. This is for no contact, and these messages, so, starting straight off, let's pull 3 cards for the no contact scenario. Spirit, this card is reverse. Forgiving and learning. That's a big theme today. Religious factors, which is surprising. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So, but I was picking up on them. But you may realize that you need someone that is a little bit more woo, like you, in terms of spirituality and growth. Some people are not there yet, and that's okay. And remember, everyone's on their own path. Spirit, please. 1 card, chemistry. Hubba hubba, baby. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, and so you know that, okay? First card, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And this is a card you should really recognize in terms of where are you expressing love? In other words, your children, your pets, your belongings at home. Are your clothes sort of piled, in a corner of the floor? Love them, okay? Because the more outward love you show towards your pets, your children, the pile of clothes on the floor, the more love comes in. Okay, it's absolutely natural. It's amazing when you start to really connect with that. Okay, 3 more messages, please. And I do read these reversed. Oh, make the effort. Okay, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Listen very closely, not necessarily with your heart, but with your mind, on what steps both of you should take. What's another message here? This is for no contact. Love for March. Oh, come on, Spirit. You okay? All right, now we're talking. It is safe for you to love. It is safe for you to love. So I think also they're learning that it's safe to love. Okay, because I'm getting a little bit of fear that they have been having. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of love. So definitely. And what's one last message, real quick? Before we go into the tarot, very soon, very soon. This is wonderful for you. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And I love that. The universe, it's basically the law of attraction rules that you can ask and, ask what you shall ask the universe and you shall receive. Similar to a menu, let's say, here in the States, if you go to a diner, typically that your generic diner is going to have more than 100 items on that menu. And it could be fried, it could be sauteed, it could be grilled, it could, be air fried, whatever. You want to make sure that when you are defining what you want in your life, that you define it with care, which is why, by the way, it's not instantaneous. Because what if what you wished for? Oh my gosh, you've heard that. Careful what you wish for, you just might get it. For example, gosh, let's say you've got a lot of bills. Okay, a lot of us have maybe more bills than we want to. By thanking the bills, I know it sounds counterintuitive. It really is. I'm so grateful that I have electricity that powers my house and my computer that allows me to work from home. Okay, sounds bizarre, but by thanking them versus all I get is bills in the mail, all I get are bills. Well, then you're just told the universe all you're gonna get are bills. Versus, I'm so grateful money easily comes to me effortlessly. In fact, my evergreen products are selling on Etsy or whatever your side hustle or main job at home is working. So very, very soon, it's suggesting really redefine even that you want in your life. Okay, now let's go a little bit more with the hidden truth about this no contact scenario here. Why are they not? And we'll get into the tarot in a hot minute. Okay, but we are going to first go through the hidden truth oracle. And again, I read these in reverse. I've shuffled all these cards before I got here. And let us see what is the scoop. Straight off the bat, about time, boss. They are starting to understand the connection. They weren't at first. They were insecure. Okay? Right there and then. I'm grateful. And this starts right from the beginning, religious factors or spiritual. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And here, the first card, which came in reverse, I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. So they are maybe finally starting to tap in or realizing that there's a part of them that's missing. And you may also recognize that too, okay? Yeah, so this is fabulous. So it came in reverse. They had lost themselves for a little while, which is why you weren't hearing from them. But reverse, they're starting to, I think, refine. They're finally starting to find themselves. I might have to pause this. I hope not. Okay. And then the neat part is, I want to be more than friends. I love that. Okay. I love now. Oh, they're enumerating. I replay your conversations over and over and over, but it came in reverse. So let's see a little bit more and get some clarification on that. Okay, here's the right setup. So there may be a little more time is needed before you guys reconnect. Okay, and that's because it's almost as if they were obsessed. They were enumerating over and over. I replay the conversations that we've had. But why is that? Okay, it looks like a confession's coming in soon. Because it says here, you don't know how hard it was for me to leave you. Okay, this is somebody who keeps their emotions so close in and tight. They may be an avoidant. They may have had issues with expressing their needs back when they were a child. So therefore, as an adult, they clam up, literally. Okay, so that's reversed. So I think they haven't let you go. Okay, simple as that. They not only have they not let you go, they also want to tell that to you. They want to share that with you. Let's get 3 more. I remember details of that day. So there was an event between you two that plays over and over and over. They're really enamored with you. They absolutely adore you and love you. Okay. There may be other complications. Let's see what else. And they want to feel that way again, but it came in reverse. So frankly, that means they're feeling that way all the time. Okay. Must be awkward. Okay, with love, I say that. Okay. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay. So again, there's another confession coming in. Initially, it says, it's all my fault and I blamed you because I'm not grown up to fucking excuse my French. I'm not grown up to, be able to say, yo, I did wrong and I did you wrong and I did us wrong. Reversed, they're recognizing that it was their fault to where things are today. And that's huge, okay? But mind you, as a result of that, they may be very embarrassed that they really did you wrong that way, okay? Now, let us finally go to the tarot here. And I have at the end some last little messages of, okay, this is about a water sign. I don't know if you noticed how that card like, whee, it's about me. Okay, King of Cups. So for those of you that, a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, what else I'm missing? Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Sorry, loves. And usually these are gentlemen or people with male energy that usually have complete control of their emotions, but are also very understanding, and they really can resonate with a lot of people. So for this person to be, they're worried about there's too many, but they've been concentrating on their money, concentrating about work. Okay, Spirit, tell me a little bit about this. Okay, there is they were making a decision, perhaps even. Please, Spirit, can you tell us a little bit about this King Cup and what is going on with them? Spirit, too many cards. 2 cards, Spirit. 2 cards. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, despondent, boredom. I think they're concentrating so much on work that there's no time for romance in their life, or they're not even thinking about it. They also may be healing through something and on certain medication that sort of makes them sort of lack interest, which doesn't make any sense. Especially for the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. They want to come, and it came in flying again. This person really wants to come in, though they're looking, it's interesting. In this deck, that knight is looking behind him. So certainly in the past, they wanted to make an offer to you of sorts, invite, proposal, etc. But yet they're moving forward, and that's the important part. They're moving forward. They're not walking away, but they're still thinking of how they felt. So, for whatever you're thinking, this no contact, this person literally is still's got you on their mind, and still cares for you. So you're right to sort of listen to the ethers of the universe in your area as to what is going on and what is the King of Cups going to do? What are they planning to do? They want to build. Three of Wands. They want to build together. And then if you notice too, you have the beautiful rainbow in the background of this particular deck. It's happy times. Building the Three of Wands, it's creativity. You two would make a great power couple, by the way. So, and I think they're finally seeing that too. Somebody, you have the Nine of Swords. There's somebody around here, him, that somebody around your person of interest that either they've been acting like this, which is Nine of Swords reversed, lack of empathy, okay? Making rash decisions without real thorough thinking, or even having someone around them that has been influencing, come on, screw that person. Yeah. Which, a horrible naysayer. And this being an air sign and this card, the King of Cups, is being a water sign, this air sign may be very bitter in their own life, especially coming in reverse like that. But your King of Cups may have just been influenced by some of these people. And the Ace of Wands just pulled up, by the way. So what's the story with this Knight of Swords here, real quick? Too many cards. There's a whole story there, people. Well, whatever this Knight of Swords said has put this King of Cups into solace, okay? Into sort of spending some time alone to really think about things. And you can see that, especially with the Four of Pentacles, where they're saving their money. They maybe are not going out as often. They're also been sort of holding onto their purse a little bit tighter than usual, but maybe they're saving up for a different purpose. Now, the King of Cups, they also like security. So this saving could be because they want to have that base, that comfort level. They know that if they have to tap into that it's not going to, hurt the nest egg, okay? And the interesting thing, too, is that this is a perfect card to come up in a no-contact reading. They may be seeing you as they're seeing you mentally clear, okay? And usually the Queen of Swords is a woman who's divorced, but she's wittier than most people even realize until they get to know her. She can come across as cold at first, but oh gosh, she is actually very, very funny. And this King of Cups adores her mentality and her smarts. So don't dumb yourself. Please, please, please. Also, I'm going to double check here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I checked too. Is this Queen of Swords giving this gentleman advice? Now, she could be blonde, white-haired as well. She can be an older woman. The older meaning 40 and up. And I asked, is she giving advice? And the moon card, when I double checked with this deck right here, the moon card pulled up. Now, the moon card also represents sometimes when someone's out drinking. So she could even be a bartender. Clarification. She could even be a bartender. Okay. So I'm thinking this King of Cups is getting some, frankly, poor advice from this Queen of Swords. And, which is an air sign, Libra. Aquarius. I lately have not been able to get my signs together in my brain. I'm so sorry. I don't mean that. Okay. I'll say Aquarius, Libra. What's the other one? She I have a feeling this is one of the reasons. Yeah, here's your delay. She's manipulative. If she's the bartender, she's passing off some extra drinks, so he becomes weak. Does she like him? He's turned her down. Wow. All right, so careful. Obviously, even though it's a no contact scenario here, but this bartender, sort of knows the whole story a little bit, and she's bitter. So, of course, her advice is not going to be, authentic. It's cited. Okay, and that's really not, this King of Cups really might need some solid advice, but he's been getting the wrong advice from the wrong people. All right. Now, let's one last little thing here. Yeah. So, right now they're at it because of this woman's advice, poor advice. Which could have even been, no, don't go there. Stay separate. Don't start things. It's going against what he's thinking. Okay, and he's having a hard time to decide. My heart's saying one thing, but everyone else is saying something else. And you know what? Good. Well, it popped right up. He's going to message. Maybe something small at first, just to test the waters, especially if there's been some time between you two. And interesting, the Queen of Swords came out again. I'm just going to read them because it's clarifying. Boom. Struggle. Okay? So, and here's the Queen of Swords from that card. Four of Cups. They may have partied before together. Four of Cups reverse. And now you have the Nine of Cups, which is definitely overindulging sometimes. Delay. Two of Coins. And we had Two of Coins before. We had the Two of something. And this, it's interesting. You actually have, there's a father figure, or there's an older gentleman who also, there's been a lot of advice been given to this King of Cups, and they want the Ten of Cups, but again, people are giving them sort of interesting advice, and I don't understand why. Why cannot the King of Cups come up with his own? Okay, there's something going on at work that may have sort of affected him and the belief in his own ability, and he's even had to incur some financial loss as a result of something that happened at work. Okay, there's your work card. Okay. And see the injustice, the justice card upside down. So it's not that he's been laid off or anything like that, but there's definitely been a situation where he wasn't able to pull in the kind of money and now has to perhaps, even work more hours coming in. So yeah. So wow, wow. So there is going to be, and I don't think I'm picking up. Is this related to you and him? No. It's literally relating to that stupid ass. Sorry, Gemini's the other air sign. The bleeping Nine of Swords upside down. I think that one's going to lose their job, and maybe the King of Cups was trying to protect, but. Here's messages, news of messages, receiving unexpected money. And finally, the Judgment card. That is where renewal and beginning starts again. So I'm very glad of that. So there's definitely been, I think in this particular case, in this particular reading, again, remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. But in this particular reading, this King of Cups has had things going on with their work environment. There may have been even one coworker, pushing the wrong advice, or even sort of screwing things up at work, that this King of Cups has either been trying to cover, trying to work things out, and it may end result that this Knight of Swords is actually just kicked out of the company. Okay. Now, on the flip side, he's also been asking this young man for advice, which of course was the wrong advice, as well as this Queen of Swords, who, she thinks she's all that in a bag of chips, and I'm telling you, she's not even the crumbs at the bottom of the bag. Okay. Now, normally, she would be a loving person, but I have a feeling that she's, because of her, and because there's like a couple of air signs, which is interesting. There should be, even though we're just out of Aquarius season, which is air season, and we're heading right into Pisces season now, there is energy here that is connecting with this King of Cups and sort of just be brutal. Just be, and the Queen of, the air signs, they can come in like the wind. Like that's what wind does. Okay. But the King of Cups is more emotional and has more of a connection and is more earthy and earth-like than, say, your air signs that just basically, they float through the air and they move on. And there's while it's the truth related to the swords, but it doesn't have that emotional connection. So there's something to think about there. Now, last but not least, let us double check what are some of the messages, your special person, and thanks for hanging out here. Oh, no, you didn't. So there's something that you did online that they they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you just did that. So there's a surprise there. Spirit, they could say something. What would they say to the collective? Yeah, I'm hiding my true feelings. I don't want to get hurt by you. So here's someone who is really, really holding their heart tight. Okay, what else? Please get spirit. Thank you. Now, this is interesting. It says here, it was never real love for me. I was faking it the whole time. I think maybe that is what. I have a feeling that they're even thinking it for themselves that, no, this isn't real love. Okay? This isn't real love. I was just, this is just like a little crush. What else, Spirit? Too much, Spirit? Please tell us. Look beyond the obvious. There's more that's hidden behind their veil or their wall. Okay. So it's asking you to definitely, it's not being snoopy here. Okay. It's more about feeling, especially with the King of Cups, feeling within inside. There may be more to the story that you don't realize as to why they are the way they are right now. They truly love you with all their heart and soul. They truly do. I'm going to leave it right here. I want you to know that they love you. They absolutely love you. And they're going to be telling you, okay? All right? It might have to be past the Aries season, okay? So it might be May. And yeah. They also want to tell you things that they have not told you yet. So if you have a child, they want to help be there to raise you and your child, or to raise you and your business together as that power couple. So I thank you. I love you. I'm Lily Q from the Nine of Cups. See you on the flip side. If you'd like a private reading, you know where to go. It's in the description below. Like, subscribe, hype, and more. Toodaloo.